Alright, what's going on, guys? James here to bring you a movie review and reaction. So, I saw Avengers Infinity War, which is the big movie that came out this week, and I saw it on Thursday night opening premiere, and I saw it this Saturday, just this past Saturday, last night. And let me tell you, I liked it. I thought it was a kind of meh movie. I liked it, but it wasn't that great to me. I thought of it. I saw it twice. It was better the second time around than it was the first time around for me. Like, I liked the storyline wise. Like, Thanos did more than he has in the past 6 years than he did in this movie. So I liked it. Civil War is my favorite MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe movie of all. I just love the storyline in Captain America Civil War. The Russo brothers outdid themselves in Civil War for me. That was my top for Civil War. I want to see what they do for the second half of this movie in Avengers 4. So with me saying that, I'm going to do my ratings right now because I want to dive into the storyline and see where these things go as I talk through this video, because I don't want to make this a long video because my videos aren't really that long. Okay, with me saying that, I want to give this probably a 3 out of 5 stars because, like I said, it wasn't my favorite. It was an Avengers movie. It was better than Age of Ultron, but not as good as the original Avengers. So 3 out of 5 stars. That's what I give it. I liked it. I loved how they brought the entire Avengers together. Like all the cast, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, the Guardians, Thor, Hulk. I like how they brought all of them, Iron Man. I like how they brought everybody back together. Now, I really liked the Hulk's scenes in this movie because he would not come out. The Hulk would not come into the Hulk form in this movie. This is a spoiler review, by the way. I'll title that whenever I post this. So, with me saying that, yeah, I like the Hulk's scenes. My favorite scenes probably had to be the Guardians of the Galaxy. I loved their team with Thor and the Guardians. I also liked Iron Man's team with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange alongside with the Guardians. Everything with the Guardians was great, I thought. I loved Chris Pratt's role and how he had a quip at the end of everything he said with Tony Stark's character, Robert Downey Jr. Now, Robert Downey Jr.'s character was great in this role as Iron Man after 10 years of playing him. I really loved it. And they brought back Pepper for this movie, and she hasn't been in them since the third Iron Man. Now, I really like that. She was great for the small part she was in. Now, again, I loved Doctor Strange, his fight with Thanos where he did all of his magic that he did in the first Doctor Strange movie. I loved Benedict Cumberbatch's performance as Doctor Strange in this. I give him a 5 out of 5 for his performance. I loved him and Tony Stark's performance. Robert Downey Jr. and him together, they're great. I can definitely see Robert Downey Jr. trying to learn some of Doctor Strange's tricks if he comes back because of the ending of what happened there. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about Thanos' story real quick. I love his journey through getting all the Infinity Stones because, like you said earlier, we didn't get much of him in the other 10 movies besides clips and glimpses of him saying he's going to finally do something. And now with this movie, we actually got to see that. And I liked that. I liked the guy who plays him. He's also going to be in Deadpool, who plays Cable. So I liked seeing Thanos and finding out he was Gamora's father. And we found that out in Guardians, but I liked him. I liked him and Gamora's chemistry on screen, and I liked the flashback with him and Gamora finding out that he killed half of her planet, and then we found out that he killed her family. I liked that. I liked his backstory a lot. It gave more depth to his character, like they did with Loki. Again, they killed a lot of people off in this movie. Let's talk about the ending real quick. Like, all those people turning to ash. Like, there's been theories going around that they might be trapped inside of the Soul Stone, because that's what happens in the comics. Like, The ones that did not turn to ash are still alive, and they might find a way to get them out of the Soul Stone, which is what's going to happen in Avengers 4, which I think is interesting. Now, where's Thanos at the end? Because I think Thanos might be inside the Soul Stone, and if that's true, then where's everyone else? If that's where they were, if they got sucked into the Soul Stone, then where's Thanos if he's not inside the Soul Stone? Because everything was orange when Thanos disappeared after he used the Infinity Gauntlet. So I'd like to think about that, like, where the hell is Thanos? Because they said he will be back in Infinity War, the second one. So that's what I have to say. And I loved Peter Parker, Tom Holland's performance. I understand why they didn't give him the script until the movie came out. Pretty much, he would have spoiled it right away. The ending where all those people vanished. Like, I had to see it twice before I did this review because I could not wrap my mind around it. I was processing the ending because, especially the after credit scene with Nick Fury and Maria Hill, both those actors disappearing, like, wow. And then setting up Captain Marvel for the movie coming out before Avengers 4, that was just amazing. So, like I said, I really like this. And to give a rundown of who disappeared, it was Spider-Man, all the Guardians except for Rocket Raccoon, Falcon. It was Falcon. I'm trying to think here. Falcon, Bucky, and Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange was the last one who disappeared. Now, when he said he gave Thanos the Soul Stone, when he gave Thanos the Time Stone, he said it was the only way. I think this is the reality we're seeing where they win. Because otherwise, why would they make more movies after this if this was the one where the bad guy won? Think about it. This is why Tony's still alive, because if Iron Man were to die, I bet you we wouldn't have other movies with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I bet you we wouldn't. We just wouldn't if they would have killed off Iron Man. A lot of people would not watch that. That's why he gave him the Time Stone. So I think Doctor Strange saw this happening, and that's why he gave up the Time Stone. This is probably why we're seeing what we saw at the end. So, with me saying that, I'm going to wrap up the video here at the almost 8-minute mark. And if I come up with anything else for this movie, I'll post it on my channel. So, if you like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And with me saying that, this is James saying peace.